So just quickly, so much has changed in the workforce, in the workplace, in the landscape of work. This is true even pre-pandemic. When we started Flex Professionals compared to how the workplace looks right now is significantly different. Then you add on the pandemic, and even if you have a gap of 2 or 3 years, I think that so much has changed. So I'm just going to give you a high level rundown of that. Um, about a year and a half ago, I would have told you that there is this huge, extremely low, highest low national jobless rate in this country of 4.1%, even lower for college educated professionals, and even lower in the DC metro area. And that most companies in the DC metro area in particular were talking about how they were having a super hard time recruiting, especially when it came to tech talent. That has changed. We all know that the unemployment rate is higher, that it's probably higher than it even looks because a lot of women have opted out of the workforce in unprecedented numbers. In August to September alone of 2020, 800,000 women left the workforce, 4 times the number of men. And many of those women have not returned to work. And when they do return, they do not want to return in the same way. They have been so pinched and damaged that they don't want to return. They're going to look for more flexibility. So that is definitely something that in some ways there's opportunities there as well, because they are going to end up coming back. And I think that companies are going to be more open to hiring women and women who have had career breaks. So what else has changed or is holding steady or trending upward since the pandemic? The gig economy. There's a lot of companies out there that are attracted to hiring contractors, temp workers, consultants, anybody who's not a traditional 9-to-5 W-2 employee. There's a downside to that, especially if you need health insurance. But the upside is that it gives you an opportunity sometimes to test the waters and to get back in. Flexibility. We used to talk about flexibility as who wants flexibility? That's a no-brainer these days. The work is now flexible and everybody wants flexibility. The change is that employers who used to see flexibility as a perk now realize that it's a business imperative, it's a business strategy. Those companies that were able to transition to a flexible work environment were the companies that survived during the pandemic. So for job seekers, if you need flexibility, if you desire it, this is a great time to be able to find it. So that's a real upside to what you're going to be finding as you go back into work. The demand for tech talent in this area continues. If not, it's greater. Technology companies have not been hurt by this pandemic. That gives you an opportunity, although that's a challenge for a lot of job seekers. And they say, I'm not technical. There's no way. There's a lot of money out there right now. There's a lot of money that the federal government, state governments are giving to nonprofits and to other workforce development agencies to upskill workers. And I can talk a little bit more about that for those of you that are interested later on in this presentation. There's a lot of opportunities to actually get upskilled for free out there. So if you have a technical aptitude, Google Workforce Development, Northern Virginia or Montgomery County, you're going to find a lot of opportunities out there.